We got some real shit to talk about on today's episode. Today, we are talking about Parasite search engine optimization. Here's what you're going to get on this episode. We're talking about Parasite SEO through LinkedIn Pulse. That's right, long articles on LinkedIn using LinkedIn Pulse to rank for keywords on Google. Lots of people are doing this. LinkedIn Pulse ranks for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of keywords. Number one for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of keywords. I'm going to give examples of keywords that LinkedIn Pulse is ranking for. People are using LinkedIn Pulse to rank for lucrative, sought-after keywords on Google. I'm going to explain why this works, not the common knowledge, which everyone believes, which is wrong. People make it seem like it's so easy. So I'm going to explain why this works. Then I'm going to explain how this works and how it's done. That is what you are getting on this episode of the podcast. This is episode 371 of my daily digital marketing podcast. I do this thing 7 days a week. Let's jump into it. By the way, if you're wondering where I'm recording this one from, I'm in another luxury hotel lobby here, and it is amazing. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful day. All right. I want to give a quick black hat disclaimer. Parasite SEO goes against the terms of service on Google and lots of other platforms. So I can't personally recommend this, but hell yeah, I can talk about it and explain it. I don't want to be known as the guy recommending black hat strategies. The thing about black hat strategies is they come and go. They work, then they don't work. A lot of people who try them get in trouble because they're not sophisticated, or they work for a bit and then they stop working and people pour tons of effort into them only to have it stop working. I don't want to be known as the guy recommending these strategies, though sometimes they're good. Sometimes they have real longevity behind them. But I don't want to be the person recommending these strategies, but I do want to be known as the guy sophisticated enough to know them, to know exactly how they work, how they're performed, the nuances, and the guy who has the willingness to share them. I think they're very interesting. Some people may try them. That's on you if you want to try it. I just want to share it and share everything about it. And then come to be seen as the person who's not going to hold back information, who's not going to gatekeep info. All right. Google career coach. If you Google career coach, and what is number one when you Google career coach? I'm going to do it with you. We see a bunch of paid results, people paying to rank number one for career coach. And then the first organic result, the first result from Google search that's not paid is from LinkedIn Pulse, from Kathy Caprino. It's called The Good, Bad, and Ugly About Hiring a Career Coach. And it's on LinkedIn Pulse. Great, well-trained, and highly experienced coaches provide a powerful support structure, ongoing accountability, and vital new information. This was posted years ago in 2018. It has 139 likes and 2 comments. Really not a lot of engagement, but it does have engagement, which is pretty important. It's 2,251 words, and the term career coach is used 24 times on this page. It's used in the first sentence of the post, and it's used throughout the writing of the LinkedIn Pulse post. All right, let's do something a bit spammier though. Let's do something that's clear, manipulating the search results. How about that? How does that sound? Let's find someone who clearly knows what they're doing. And it was very easy for me to find this. I just looked at what LinkedIn Pulse was ranking for on Google, and within a minute, I found this keyword. And the keyword is, okay, Google this with me, best resume writing service. What happens if you Google best resume writing service? Again, we have a few paid results at the top. And then we see best resume writing services 2024 from Robert Morris on LinkedIn Pulse. We click that. Best resume writing service is used on the page 15 times. It's not used in the first sentence, but it's used so often throughout this post, and the post is clearly about that. It doesn't really have to be. I think with super long keywords like this, they don't necessarily have to be in the first sentence, though that is a plus. This has 25 likes, 3 comments. It was posted October 13th, 2023. It's 2,512 words, and a large portion of it looks to be written by AI. That's what we're seeing for this post. So this is clear spam. Clearly somebody doing this to manipulate the search results, and someone who is successful. So now I'm going to talk about why this works. People think that the reason this works is because LinkedIn has high domain authority, but that's only part of it. The thing is, there's too much AI blog spam these days. There's too much AI generated text on blogs with no comments. Google doesn't want to recommend AI generated articles like this article on LinkedIn Pulse. It wants to avoid that. Posts on UGC platforms, user generated content platforms like LinkedIn Pulse or Reddit or Instagram, whatever it is, user generated content platforms, these posts are less likely to be AI spam, and especially so when they have comments. People trust LinkedIn Pulse more than they trust some random blog. They trust Reddit more than they trust some random blog. In fact, lots of people search their keyword plus the word Reddit into Google just because they're less likely to trust blogs. The reason that Parasite SEO, using another platform to rank for your keyword instead of your own website, the reason that this works so well with LinkedIn Pulse and lots of others is because these posts get comments on platforms that are already seen as trustworthy, or more so than blogs. But they get comments, so people can look to the comments to see if there is a debate over whether or not the original poster is spamming or lying. Comments are more trustworthy. And what does a user want? A user wants to land on the most credible, trustworthy information possible. But now we have to talk about credibility. So what does a post on LinkedIn Pulse need to be credible? It needs an account that is in the niche of the post on LinkedIn Pulse. So the account has to be in the niche of the post on LinkedIn Pulse. It needs likes and comments, approximately 30 to 200 likes, spaced out. Google will take some time to rank these pages. If all the likes come at once, then it's clear spam. So it needs to see likes spaced out over the course of weeks or months. It needs comments, just a few. 2 to 3 is fine. These comments need to be spaced out too. Lots of text. Look, okay, so I want to say how to do this. I want to go a little bit deeper into how to do this. I want to stress, I'm not recommending these things. I'm just saying lots of very sophisticated digital marketers are doing them. It's important as a digital marketer yourself, if you are one, or if you're an entrepreneur, it's important to be aware of these things. And these things are very interesting, but I'm not recommending them. All right, so there's several ways to do this. So first, I want to explain the safest way, the most overkill way to do this. The safest way to have it not linked back to any of your properties or to your LinkedIn account is to actually not use your own account. Buy a LinkedIn account. You know, if you Google buy LinkedIn account, the first thing that comes up is a LinkedIn Pulse page. If you do decide to go this route, get one that is over 3 months old, that's verified, that is in the niche that you want to rank in. So that's in your niche. Once you have the account, age it, post more, add people, become connections with people. Don't send out spam connection requests. Actually, like write genuine ones. Try to actually make a reputable alias. People wouldn't know that it's an alias, but it looks actually real and reputable. If you want to post, you could steal content from other platforms in your niche. You could lie about working at places. Again, I'm not recommending this. I'm just saying this is how it's done in like the safest route, the most sophisticated route. If you really want to be safe, use a VPN and a virtual machine so that it's really, really hard to connect this LinkedIn that you're doing Parasite SEO with to your own LinkedIn and to your own websites. A virtual machine is just, this is the definition. It's a computer system created using software on your own physical computer to emulate the functionality of another separate physical computer. So that's the really sophisticated and super safe route. Or if you just want to say F it, you can just use your own LinkedIn. Either way, with both accounts, the accounts need to be SEO'd out. You want to have lots of keywords in the account for your niche. And you want the keywords about your niche to be in the header, in the description, the summary, in the jobs that the account has had. It's the same with SEOing your profile out on LinkedIn. I've recorded several podcasts about how to show up number one in your niche for recruiters and hiring managers. This is something that I did many, many years ago when I was just starting. I wanted to get a job in SEO. And a friend of mine, a close friend who was a recruiter, showed me what other recruiters looked for. Recruiters will search on LinkedIn for keywords in a niche and then message these people who show up, assuming that the rest of the profile looks credible enough. And there's other things that you have to do. But one of those, if you want to just rank on Google in your niche, you want to have lots of connections, you want to have recommendations, and you want your profile, your LinkedIn account, to be chock full of relevant keywords in your niche. And the same thing goes for Parasite SEO with LinkedIn posts. The posting account should have all of that stuff. Here's the thing though, it's not completely necessary. I'm going to give an example of just how easy this is, but this account could be shut down at any time because it's very clearly a fake account. And the account's posting habits could be used to find out the site that is behind this, the service that is behind this, and then that service can be penalized on Google so that posts that recommend it, pages that recommend the service don't show up. That happens too. So there's a real risk of doing it the lazy way, but it does work. So the example that I'm going to give is from the second result that I recommended, Best Resume Writing Service, posted by this person, Robert Morris. Let's look at Robert Morris's LinkedIn. It says he is a freelance copywriter, guest blogger, crafting words that captivate. There's a picture of some dude. 192 followers, 97 connections, located in St. Louis, Missouri. About. This is the About section. As a passionate freelance copywriter and guest blogger, I have a love affair with words that knows no bounds. With a knack for turning ideas into compelling narratives, I specialize in crafting content that not only informs and engages, but also inspires action. Oh, look, this person's writing other posts on LinkedIn. Best CV Writing Service UK, Best Assignment Writing Services UK, Best Essay Writing Services, Your Guide to Academic Excellence. If the titles of these posts sound like keywords, that's because they are. Let's look at this person's employment history. There is none. That's so funny. And the person's interests, top voices, Neil Patel, famous digital marketer. This account clearly does not represent a real person. But like I said, this stuff is easy. Now, there's a lot of risk doing it this way. If all the posts are only recommending one service, well, that's clearly the service behind this Black Hat account. But if it's recommending lots of different services, then it's actually hard to know who was behind it. And it's hard to penalize one service, one brand, because it's hard to know the brand that is behind this Black Hat account. All right, so I'm going to give a quick summary of how to do this. The people who are selling fake dreams on social media, on X, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, they will just say that this is due to high domain authority. It's so easy. All you need is high domain authority and put your keyword in LinkedIn posts, and that's it. And you know what? Those people who say that, they're spammers. They're lying to you to get their content to be shared so they can earn your trust and the trust of others and ultimately sell you stuff. And I want to sell stuff too, but I'm not going to lie and say it's so easy. All you need to do is make a LinkedIn Pulse article and then you're going to rank for your keyword. This is the hardest part. The hardest part is actually getting the engagement. The reason this stuff works is because it gets engagement. And then searchers can land on these pages, look at the engagement, and trust the material more. Look at the comments, and if the comments are praising it, then trust the comments more. If there's a debate in the comments, get some nuance. The reason that this works isn't just the high domain authority. That's part of it. It's the engagement. And the hardest part is finding reliable and credible engagement providers. You could just use your friends, but that will only work for one-off posts. If you just want to do this for one post, using your community and your network might actually work. But for multiple posts, it's not going to work. So then what you have to do, I'm not recommending this again, this is what people do, is you have to Google stuff like buy LinkedIn likes and comments. And then when you find someone, and you'll find people who provide these, you'll find 1 million of these people who provide them on Google, and lots of them do actually work. But what you have to do, you don't want to test them on your own stuff. You can't test them on your own stuff because if the likes and the comments that you are buying are unreliable or spammy, it could get your account in trouble. It could get your site in trouble. You don't want to test it on your own stuff. That is very risky, but you do need to test it, and you need to test it repeatedly. And then once you feel good about it, then you can start using it. These people are always changing. You want to communicate with the providers of likes and comments. You want to communicate with them on Skype using an alias or just a messenger, but you want rapid responses. You want to use an alias. You want to say that you're doing this for your clients. You're an agency doing this for your clients, not that you're doing this for yourself. And once you're getting the engagement, look into the accounts you're getting engagement from. Look at who is doing the liking and the commenting. Are the profiles filled out? Are some of them more real looking? Or do they all just have like no photo, no jobs, no information? You want filled out profiles who are doing the liking and the commenting. And then there's the basics. Post needs to be over 2,000 words, less for bottom of funnel keywords. You want to have the keyword in the title of the post, the keyword used throughout the article. If it's natural, you can use it in the first sentence. That's always good. And again, like I said, you need the engagement with the likes and the comments. Expect to wait a few months for any of this to rank. And that's it. That is how Parasite SEO with LinkedIn Pulse is being done. I've talked about Parasite SEO, lots of other platforms before. Some other places, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, these places are actually even easier because what happens with these platforms, you put in a long description, put the keyword at the beginning of the description. If there's a title field, like on YouTube Shorts, you put the keyword in the title. And if you know how to make good content that can get a decent amount of impressions, you'll also get comments. And within 24 hours of posting on YouTube Shorts and Instagram and TikTok, within 24 hours, you can show up number one for your keyword. And I do that several times a week. Not even doing Parasite SEO, I'm posting real content. But when I make the description for the posts, I'm looking for relevant keywords and I'm putting those keywords at the beginning of the description for my posts on Instagram Reels, on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, because I'm putting real work into the content that I make. And I think the short form mobile video content that I make is very good. And I'm only choosing keywords that are super relevant, hyper relevant to the content. And every week, I'm ranking number one for a few more keywords while building my brand on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. That is the craziest hack. And if you want to hear more about that, I recorded a couple of episodes on this. A good episode to listen to would be episode number 352 of this show. The title of it is Ranking Number One on Google Twice This Week Within 24 Hours. That's episode 352 if you want to hear me talk more about using Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts to rank number one on Google the next day with my own content, which I believe in. Very different from using LinkedIn Pulse and AI text to rank for best resume writing service. But I wanted to share this. Lots of people are interested in this. This is how it's done. I shared the easy way to do this, which is less safe, and the most sophisticated way to do this. I gave examples. You saw how other people are doing this. It's crazy what's happening out there. And I explained why this works, what Google is looking for to avoid recommending bad content to people. I think it's important to be aware of this stuff. I also think this stuff is just very interesting. Again, I'm not recommending any of this, but yeah, it's important to know that it exists. All right, this is episode 371 of my daily digital marketing podcast. What a great episode. The original recording time, the raw recording, is 37 minutes. I think the finished product will probably end up being around 15 minutes. That's my guess. Cutting down 37 minutes to 15 minutes. So you just have the best stuff. That's how we do it over here at The Edward Show. We cut out all the garbage, all the pauses, so you just get the best stuff. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching, thank you so much. And if you're listening, thank you so much for listening. Let me know what you think of this episode. Let me know what you think of all my episodes and all my stuff. I love hearing from all of you. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.